the furnace. One of Minecraft's most useful items. It's a good item, don't get me wrong. There's just one problem with it. It's so slow. I'm gonna be here forever. And that's why today we are going to be building the biggest, best, most fastest super smelter that I can come up with. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy this content. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you very much. Thank you very much. Enjoy the video. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the survival series. This is episode number 15, and today I have to bake. I gotta bake some bread. No, I gotta make a super smelter. I am in desperate need of a good place to smelt everything that I own. In the last episode, I made this beautiful mine shaft over here where everything is automated. Everything I collect from down below comes up into this system and is automatically sorted into all these chests. Now, that being said, I still need a way to smelt all these iron ores, all these copper ores, everything really. So that is what we're going to be doing today. And since it is so connected or along the same wavelength as this build here, I don't really know. I'm going to be building it right out front here, probably right here on this patch, honestly, because it's close enough to the mines where I can get everything out of the mines quickly. I might even make an automatic smelter railway, so I don't even have to worry about putting everything in manually. I think that would be really, really cool, actually, and make my life just so much easier. So we're gonna have a railway going to the Super Smelter Extravaganza 9000, which is gonna be right here. Not sure about the design yet, but I'm thinking something kind of industrial, and maybe with like some smokestacks and stuff, because, you know, when you're smelting stuff, you got a lot of smoke happening. Anyways, I'm gonna start by clearing this place out and getting a little bit of the lay of the land, just to see what I'm working with, what I gotta work with here. All right, this entire area is prepped and ready to start being built on, and this whole area leading up to the mine shaft itself, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of landscaping, and I'll probably put a nice pathway in leading between the two, and maybe even one going from here all the way to my regular area over here, just to tie everything together and make it look really nice. But with that being said, I think it's time to start doing a little bit of building. I really want to make this build out of bricks, and in order to do that, I need to cook up a whole bunch of clay balls, and this is exactly why I need a super smelter. This is exactly why I need a super smelter, because I gotta do this one by one, by hand. It's not easy for a guy like me. So I want to use bricks just like this. Boom, boom. We got some bricks. That is gonna be beautiful for our industrial area. I needed some more tough blocks because I want to do the foundation out of polished tough, and it gave me an excuse to come down here and use my automatic mining system. Hell yeah, bro! Am I stuck down here? Oh no, I'm good. I'm not stuck. I'm coming. Here is roughly how big I want this thing to be, but I just realized that I have to actually make the smelter first, otherwise I don't know if it's gonna fit in here. So let's put a pause on building the outside of this thing, because I just wanted to rush ahead and build, you know. But we gotta get the super smelter in place and make sure that it's working first before we can actually do this. So let's get some redstone going and have a good time. I only have one hopper. That's not gonna be enough. So the first thing I want to figure out for the super smelter itself is how I get these items over here in our automatic item sorter over to the smelter automatically by themselves. I don't think it's actually going to be physically possible to do that with my current knowledge, because I don't really know anything about redstone. So I think what I'm going to have to do is anything that gets stored in here, let's say it's this iron ore, I'll put it into like a chest over here or something, and then that will send anything I put in there over to the smelter. I think that's probably the best idea. If you have any other ideas, please leave a comment and let me know. I'll try to implement it if it's a good idea in the future. So please teach me. I need help. But I don't think that this is a bad idea at all. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make the chest to send anything I want over to the super smelter. And it's going to be freaking awesome. And I'm I'm thinking that the easiest way for me to do this is actually just a giant row of hoppers. It's gonna be kind of expensive and kind of basic, but that's okay. I think that's fine. I'm not here to engineer something insane. Let's just use the hoppers like they're intended and make this thing work. And I'm pretty sure I have a whole bunch of wood. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of pale oak I can use to make chests. And I got a whole bunch of iron, of course, in the iron farm. Still going strong. Hell yeah. Oh my god, look at all that iron. All right, let's make a whole bunch of chests. I'm just gonna make as many chests as I possibly can right now. Boom, 64. Boom, 51. Oh, that's not as many as I thought. Oh, I can just, I'm gonna get more iron. And okay, there we go. We have 4.5 stacks of hoppers, just about. Hello, mister. I'll hit you with my shovel. Ugh, dead. 4.5 stacks of hoppers. That's not bad. Okay, here's what I have so far. It's a bit of a crazy system. And yeah, it uses a lot of hoppers, just like I thought. Anyways, we do have a dropper dropping things into this elevator right here, but it's attached to all these hoppers, which go all the way through here. It does a little turn over here, and it comes all the way back through here, and it attaches to this chest. So if I put in these 42 red wool, we should see them popping up from the elevator any second. There we go. Oh, they are getting launched. There they go. Oh, this is a system. I'm not saying it's a good system, but it works. I'll take it. That's all I need it to do is work. Look at those wool go. They are flying in the air. Well, anyways, that works, so I can cover this whole thing up. And obviously, I'm gonna get rid of all this stuff here eventually and make this whole area look nice. But for now, we can just, you know, just cover it up. We don't need to see this ugliness any longer than we have to. Ah, perfect. Now that the items are going from the mines to the smelter area on their own, we can actually start working on the smelter itself. And I'm gonna build this up a little bit so that the items can go up higher and be put into the system once it's built. A lot of you are probably thinking, wow, this guy doesn't know how to redstone. And you would be right. I never claimed to be a redstone master, and that's okay. I'm gonna sleep now. To me, it's not about efficiency. It is it's not about efficiency. It's about fun. That's what I'm saying. Quote me on that. In order for this super smelter to be fully automatic, I also need an unlimited source of fuel, which is what I'm attempting to do here, and I want to integrate it into the system with everything else. So I want everything with this entire farm to go through the one tube. Really, and I want it to all be attached and sort itself out properly so that the fuel goes to where the fuel needs to go and the items go to where the items need to go in order to be smelted. This is going to be a challenge for me because my brain is small and I can't think deeply in that kind of way, but I have a little bit of a start to that. At least I have all these hoppers attached to the dropper with the hopper minecart that is going to collect all the fuel as it breaks from observers. Once I get those in place, this is gonna be a challenge. I'll probably extend this a little bit further out as well. Maybe I'll have to knock this wall down and make it a little bit bigger, but that is okay. This is why I'm building the farm itself before I build the exterior, like I said earlier. Hopefully you guys kind of understand what I'm trying to say. If you don't, that's okay. I'm going to do a bunch of building on this right now, and I'm gonna get it to a point where it'll make a little bit more sense, so stick around. Here is the farm so far. I've confirmed everything is working. We now have an infinite fuel source that I'm going to attach to our furnaces. Furnace? Anyways, I can show you how it works here. The observers, they see the bamboo, and then all the bamboo gets cut down, collected by the hopper minecart, thrown up through here, pushed by the water along this tube, and it all comes out this end right now where I haven't finished the farm, but you shall see it in motion in just a moment here. There it goes, and it spits out all the loot into this corner right now. There they go. Wow, it's working! It feels so good to see something work. Now it is time to actually get the smelter in place and have the fuel source attached to it so that it can be forever running and I don't have to worry about it. It's gonna be 100% automatic, just like everything else. Is it possible to completely automize Minecraft? Possibly. I might have to do that one day. Why is there a bat here? Dead. One shot. I'm the best. Some progress is being made, although this is not really working out the way I wanted it to. So basically, we have a chest where all the fuel goes. All the bamboo will go into that chest and be transferred through the back of these furnaces to the back of them. So it goes to the fuel slot down here. And then this other railway right here goes to this chest, which picks up all like the raw materials and stuff and places it in these furnaces. That being said, it does work, but this setup is extremely slow and not really very efficient. It only drops items in like 6 or 7 furnaces at a time because the pickup is too slow. So I'm gonna have to do some figuring. So it's a good start, and I'm not using a guide or anything, so I'm trying to just learn this as I go, but I'm gonna have to probably tear this down and maybe make it so that the minecart hopper can stop and collect a bunch of stuff all at once and then go across a large line of furnaces. That's what I'm trying to figure that out right now. But other than that, I also have expanded this fuel farm a little bit, and I'm building a second one directly underneath of it to increase the efficiency, and hopefully that should be more than enough fuel for my needs. I don't need a whole lot, so that should be good. All in all, though, I do think that I'm on the right track with this build to make it so that it's pretty efficient and fast. I think it's going to be really nice once it's done. And I would also like it to look good, so that is also part of the plan after it's all set up. Feels a little bit bad taking this whole thing down because it took me so long to kind of figure out the setup. It took me like 2 hours. It's okay. Now that I know kind of what I want to do, it's going to be a little bit faster. You should never be afraid of restarting, guys. That's an important thing if you want to learn how to do something. Never be afraid to restart. It's okay. We learn and we get better. I do think we can keep the items order though, so we can still have our fuel output as these two right here, and everything else is these two. I've got the fuel system all up and ready to go. I just have to finish it down here, making it bigger. But other than that, each furnace has its own excess storage for fuel. So once it's full, it'll fill up the hopper, and then I want it to also fill up this chest full of fuel so that even if I have a big batch of, let's say, stone coming through here, it's never going to run out of fuel because it's going to have an excess chest full of fuel eventually. It's going to take a while to fill up, but that's okay. It's going to be awesome, and it's going to never run out of fuel, I hope. That's the goal, at least, and this is how it's looking so far. I got 20 furnaces in a row. I do have room to expand. If I want to expand, I can just make a corner here and go down the other side as well. But I don't think I'll ever need that much smelting power because, you know, I barely smelt these days anyways. So this is just going to be enough, I think. Should be more than enough, really. I also figured out that you don't need to have that little bend in the railway. It just bounces back and forth if you have a powered rail up against a block. So that makes that much easier as well. It's looking really cool so far. I'm liking it a lot, actually. I think this is coming along nicely. And there we go. We have a track for the fuel and we have a track for the ores themselves, both of which should be working now. I also put this one on a lever because I want to be able to stop the minecart here and let it load up completely before I let it go. So that's what the lever's for. But once you hit the lever, it should start going. Yep, just like that. Very easy. And it should start cooking stuff once I put some stuff through the system. In fact, I think we can actually give it a try right now. Although I don't have an output yet, I still have to do that. So maybe I'll do the output really quick and then we can give it a shot all the way from the inside of the mine. You can see if it actually works. I'm super excited to see if it works. Okay, and the output, I guess I'll just stick it right here. That should be good enough. Just got to put a bunch of hoppers together, all into the one chest, and that should be our output. I'll expand on the output as well later on. I just want to make sure that it's working first. That should be it right there. Let's give it a try. I'm excited. I'm going to go all the way to the inside of this build, all the way into the mines, and I want to see if it works. I'm going to put a bunch of cobblestone in there and see if I can cook it up into stone. Okay, so all I have to do is grab some cobblestone that I mined all the way down in the mines, sent up the automatic sorting system into this one, and then I just move it over into here, and that should all become stone on its own. I don't have to really do anything. Let's see if it works, guys. All right, it's starting to come through. There's all of our stone coming into the system, coming all the way over to here, and it should start piling up inside this minecart hopper right here. Let me see. It is going through the large chest. It's a little bit slow. I'm not sure if I can speed that up at all, but I guess it doesn't really matter because once I turn it on, it's gonna just start doing the whole thing's just gonna start going on its own. I don't have to worry about it once I turn it on. I'm gonna turn it on now and see what happens. Okay, looks like we have, it looks like it's working. The only thing that I'm worried about is if I turn it on too soon, this is not gonna be able to fill up enough, or the minecart, however, is not gonna be able to fill up enough to cross every single one of these. It's gonna fill up maybe 8 of these at a time, which is gonna be not fast enough. So I think I have to let it just chill for a while to fill up the minecart hopper. I wonder if there's a way to speed that up. Guys, if you know how I can speed this up, please leave a comment. I think this is a good system so far, but it could always be improved upon, of course. At the end of this build, I am gonna put a chunk loader in here, so this can go this can just keep going for as long as I want it to without me even having to be there. I'm gonna put chunk loaders here, and I'll put chunk loaders over there as well, if I can figure it out, just so that this farm never stops. Even if I'm not here, it'll still continue to work. And of course, if I'm feeling frisky, I can always just come here and put cobblestone in the chest myself. No big deal, it's gonna be here, so why not use it? And that will fill up a lot faster, which will in turn allow the system to work a lot better. But as you can see, we don't have any fuel within these furnaces yet. I guess because I haven't let the farm run for long enough in order to fill up all the fuel cells yet, which makes sense. But once all these fuel cells are filled up, this thing will be cooking like nothing. In order for that to happen, though, I need to finish the fuel system off. I might do another 2 layers, actually. I just want this to make it pretty quick. Okay, I'm working on the second layer here of the fuel farm, and I've decided to take out all of the glass from the farm because I want to be able to see the industry happening. I don't like it being hidden behind all that glass. It's kind of ugly as well. I want to be able to see everything happening. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to still have these mine carts going underneath just to pick up anything that falls onto the blocks. And then I'm going to let everything else fall down into a collection system down here, where I'll probably just add some water and I'll push it towards a hopper system into a dropper so that it can get pushed into the system itself. So I think that's going to be a lot funner to watch, as well as a lot cleaner to look at. I think that's good. Because yeah, all the glass, kind of ugly, not vibing. But I do think that I want one more layer of fuel to be farmed before I put the last collection system in place. I think that's going to make it just that much faster and that much cooler to watch. Let's do it. Now that I think of it, this is going to basically double as a bamboo farm. So on the back side of this over here, I'm going to add an extra collection system for extra bamboo. Once these fuel cells are all full, the rest will just go into a collection system, and we'll have a bunch of extra bamboo for whatever we need. It's gonna be just flippin' dippin' awesome, bro. It's gonna be so sick. The Industrial Revolution has officially come to my channel. It is time for us to industrialize. I think that's the word. Industrialize my entire world. Let's go. All right, I finally got all 3 layers of this fuel farm done. It's looking amazing. I just need to get the bottom to push water or whatever so we can get the rest of the loot that I'm losing out there into the system itself, but that's fine. I need to mine this whole thing out first, and then I'm gonna start by decorating the bottom of this place a little bit so that once I place the water, it's not gonna be just on top of ugly stone. I want it to be on top of bricks. I want this entire place in here to be all bricks because, you know, this is the Industrial Revolution. Everything needs to be bricks. I've got it mined out for the most part, but now I need to go get a whole bunch of clay because I need to make bricks, and I don't have any clay, so this is going to take a lot of clay. I don't really feel like going for mining for clay right now, but it is what it is. I gotta do it. I want my bricks. I want to be bricked up. Wait, hold up. That's not what I mean. Guys, please say hello to our friend again. I don't have a name for him yet. He's still here in the mines all by himself. He can just chill here, though. He's fine. Anyways, these lush cave biomes are the best for finding clay because the bottom of them is literally, this is all clay. Look at all this clay. I'm just going to spend like 30 minutes here collecting all this clay, and then I'll go back to building. All right, so I'm hoping that this is enough clay. Oh my god, that is a big clay tower. Let's see it from over here on this little ledge thing. Wow, that's clay, all right. Well, I'm gonna mine this whole thing out with my Fortune 3 diamond shovel so that I can get all the clay balls that I'm gonna need, and I'm gonna send them through our super smelter, really put it to the test, and hopefully nothing breaks. I don't think it will, but that's a lot of clay to get through. I'm also going to fill up all the slots in the furnace that don't have any fuel in them yet with just regular coal, just so we can get it to work. And then I'm going to have to AFK here for probably a couple of hours in order to fill up all of our fuel cells with the proper fuel. But for now, I think that just using some coal is going to be fine, because I want to get on to the building process, and I need to process all this clay really quickly. Okay, let's do it. Yeah. All right, I put 6 blocks of coal in every single furnace. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but it's going to be a good start for sure. Every single block of coal is equivalent to 9 pieces of coal, so it should last for quite a while. And now I'm just going to mine this whole thing and get it into the system and see how it goes. At least mining this thing goes pretty quickly. It's not very difficult at all. All right, the first inventory is going in. That is going quickly. Wait for this thing to fill up entirely, and then I'll just let it go. Okay, what do you... Get out of here, bro. You serious right now? I'm trying to do stuff. Let's send this thing on its way. Off you go. Look at that. That's awesome. Gotta make sure to pick up all the excess that has fallen off the top. All right, all the clay is in the system, and it seems to be working quite well. I think we're gonna have a little too much, though, because it was over 2 large chests full of clay balls. I had to add an extra chest here on top. Oh boy, that's a lot of clay balls. But it seems to be going pretty quickly. This has been like 5 minutes, and that is plenty fast for what I need. I like that right there. That's really good. That's really good stuff. Anyways, I'm going to expand this storage just a little bit here, just so that I can AFK and not have to worry about it overflowing. All right, I added some extra storage, which is amazing. And now I just gotta AFK until it's all done. All the while, the fuel source is still building up and adding to our fuel cells, which is so sick. We have, this chest is like almost a quarter of the way through, which is amazing. We just gotta wait for that to happen on all the chests though. It's making its way. It'll take a while, but it'll get filled up. All right, I've completely covered the bottom half of this build with bricks, and I am completely out of bricks now. Well, not completely, but this is all I got left, so I gotta go back and get more clay, unfortunately. Ugh, I didn't think I'd need this much clay. But it is what it is, and I guess I'm off to get more clay. I guess that's a lot of bricks, so anyways. Also, I've been trying to figure out how to make this storage area work, and this is the best I could come up with so far. I'm probably going to redo it, but it's alright. It's kind of awkward. Also, in the back of the farm here, I placed this chunk loader. I don't know if using ender pearls still works for chunk loading, but it should, at any rate. Don't ask me any technical questions about it, because I don't know. It should be loading all these chunks, though, in a 9x9, or no, in a 3x3 area. 9 chunks total, I think. Whatever. If it works, it works. It doesn't, it doesn't. Okay, guys, here is where the build is at so far. I've done a little bit of planning for the outside here. Filled up more of the area with the brick stones after I got them all cooked, and we got a bunch in here. We got, yeah, like half a large chest of bricks, which should be enough, I hope. I hope it's enough. Other than that, I fixed this area. It's a little bit better. This is a little AFK spot that I made, just so I can AFK here if I want to. Not bad. Little bed. And also, we have officially filled up every single one of these fuel cells, which is just so awesome. It took actually a long time. I did AFK for quite a while after I finished putting up some of these walls. And yeah, I put this extra large chest on the back of it so we could collect any overflow. And everything is full, so now we are good to go for fuel for the near future. And the far future, I think. Should be pretty much good forever. I also ended up putting this bamboo farm behind the farm itself, just so I could collect more bamboo and make it fill up faster. I did use this a couple times, and it really helped to fill those cells up quite quickly. But most of the cells filling up was just me AFKing. And I think that I'll probably get rid of this eventually. I might make it a bit smaller and keep a little bit of it, but I don't think I need quite as big of an area full of bamboo. But we'll see how that ends up in the end. I'm not going to do anything with it it right now. For now, I just want to get back to building. I gotta start making this place look super, super good. Here we have the main entrance and a dock area. Unfinished, of course. This is not how it's gonna look when it's done. This is just the base layer so far. It's looking pretty decent, I think. I'm using the smooth stone for the roof because I think it's a good contrast in color to the bricks. And I'm thinking that I might switch out this tough with the smooth stone as well, just to keep it in line with the color scheme, if you know what I'm talking about. It's a good start, though. I am actually in need of some glass, so I'm going to collect a little bit of sand and use my super smelter to cook it up. I'm going to cook it up. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be cooked right up. It's going to be sick. Yeah. Let's cook it up. Let's cook it up. And away it goes. Oh my god. I love it, dude. And here comes the glass. It's just so easy. It's so easy. Just trying to work out the details of this place, and I think I've got something going here. Got this line of smooth stone that kind of dips and goes across the entire thing. It's gonna look pretty good. I have all these bricks jutting out a little bit further just to add extra detail, and I think that makes it look really, really nice and sturdy, which is what I want. This place needs to be really sturdy, thick-walled, and ready to be worked in, essentially. I think it's looking really good so far. As for the inside, we have 2 iron doors with pressure plates just to make it easy to go in and out. Of course, got a little bit of plant life. We have these cool glow flowers. I don't remember what they're called really, but they look good as well. I used these because I wanted them to match the stone walls and in color a little bit, and the lights and whatnot. They all look good together. I think that looks pretty cool. A little bit of details here and there on the ceiling as well. And that is as far as I've gotten so far. Obviously, I added a little bit more light on the inside here just to keep it safe, keep it awesome. This railing so we don't fall into the water down below. It's coming along. It's coming along nicely. I'm happy so far, especially with the exterior. I think this looks really good. This is amazing progress, if you ask me. Look at that. Wow, that is looking so sick. I love these windows. Took me a while to figure out, but I pretty much just copied what I did along the bottom here, just in a larger sense, and it looks amazing. It's nice and thick looking, which I like. You know I like them thick. What? Pause. Anyways, on this corner, I didn't really know what to do because I couldn't fit another window, so I kind of recessed this corner to expose a little bit of this pillar a bit more, and I think it looks pretty good. Time will tell as I go with the rest of the build on this side, but we shall see. I like it so far. Not too shabby. I am going to get a roof on this now, however, and then after I get the roof on, I will decide what to do with this side here, because I'm not going to put windows on this side yet until I know how tall this roof is going to be up here. Because, you know, it might extend pretty far. I'm not sure if I'm going to go up straight to the corner here. That might leave it a little bit too tall, or if I'm going to do a what do you call that? A upside down V, a triangle shape. I don't know. All right, I'm going to get this roof in now. Stop talking to me. I need more smooth stone, so you know what time it is, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Stone in. Machine on. It works so good. I love it. I love it. I'm never gonna stop saying I love it because I love it so much. Here comes the stone. Let's go. Kinda hard to see because of the stinking rain, but I'm gonna be doing the triangle. I think if I did just a straight line all the way up, it'd be much too tall. So triangle it is. Also, it's a little bit flat, and I don't know if you can see that because of the stinking rain, but I think I might put some little windows coming up onto the top of the roof here just to break it up so it's not so flat. That's a future problem, though. Stop talking to me. I gotta get to work. Stop talking to me. The main roof is in. Looking good. Well, that looks pretty good. The way that I broke it up is not too shabby. I really actually like it a lot, but the only thing I dislike is the fact that there's only 4 in a row and not a 5th, because I didn't make this thing long enough. And I don't think that I'm gonna fix that. I don't think I'm gonna extend it at all, but that is something that's gonna be on my mind. So it might happen eventually, but I want to get this thing finished first. And if I end up doing the 5th one, so be it. But I think it looks great so far anyways. I do have to get the back side done now. I started a little bit there, but I gotta get it in. I got it again. I got it. Oh, what the? I don't know what that was. Anyways, I gotta do the backside, but it's looking great. Just working on the side of the building now, and I have a couple of windows in there so far, but I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with this big empty space here. I'm thinking about doing a big window, but we shall see. As well as the backside here, I actually don't think I'm going to put any windows or anything in particular on the back here, because behind this wall here is just the Fule fuel farm. There's nothing here except for like this stuff. So it's not really a matter of putting a window in and being able to see through it. It's just stuff. There's just stuff there. All right. Okay, now stop talking to me. I got work to do. Stop talking to me, bro. Come on. Something like that. Not sure if I like the classic cross window theme on this one, but I'm gonna leave it for now. Maybe it'll grow on me. And actually, I think it looks pretty good from the inside as well, so I think I might leave it. I think it's decent. And with that, I think that's all I want to do on the building itself for now. I still have to do a little bit of windows on the back, but I'm gonna get to that after I do some landscaping. I want to get this whole area looking absolutely amazing. I want this building to really feel like it's a part of the land, and also I want it to feel like it's a part of the rest of my world. That is a big part of this. Hopefully you guys are liking the video so far. If you do, please like and subscribe. Just thought I'd put that out there. Putting the subscriber feelers out there, you know? Hit that button. This bamboo farm back here, I think is actually fine. I think I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm just going to leave it because you can't even see it. You can't even see it. It's just hidden. It's basically hidden behind the building itself, which is perfect. I don't need to see it. If I don't see it, out of sight, out of mind, I don't care. It's gone. And you know, if I ever need extra bamboo, it's just a big bamboo farm, so no harm in keeping it around. As you can see, I put in this really nice pathway, and I put in another one over here. Right there, it's looking beautiful, and I bone mealed this island a little bit. It's looking super, super nice. I think that all I have left to do is maybe some lanterns and stuff to light up the area. And I was thinking of putting another pathway through here to connect it up with my mainland, but I think that it would look better if I had a system of bridges going to and fro from this island here, because I think that'd look cooler. And with that being said, I don't think I'm gonna build the bridges today. I think that's gonna be a future project because I gotta kind of plan it out. And there's gonna be multiple bridges, and I'm gonna fill this area up with something else, maybe something like a pond oasis, just something to fill the space and have a little waterfall or something, because this is pretty steep right here. It's kind of like a cliff, so it's almost impassable, really. Not really, but it's for the lore. It's for the lore. Well, guys, all I did was add a little bit more bone meal to the grass. I don't think I'm going to do anything else today because I am actually really tired. I've been playing Minecraft for a long time, and I think the build is basically completed. There's little things here and there I'm going to add offline just to tweak it a little bit and make it just that much better, but I'm going to call it finished. I'm going to call it donezo. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, of course, and I will see you in the next one. Peace! And there it is, guys. There's the build. Just taking the screenshot for the thumbnail. It's looking really, really good, though.